Factor rainbow. How can we find all the factors of a number? We have already learned about how to figure out if a number is divisible by a certain number. If you know these rules, it's easy to figure out if a number is divisible by 1 through 10. The divisibility rule for 7 and 8 is kind of tricky, so it's best just to know your facts for those ones. Factors are two numbers you multiply together to get a product. When we try to find all the factors of a number, we use those divisibility rules to figure out all the numbers we can multiply together to get that product. Let's try to find all the factors for the number 24. In order to do this, I'm going to write the numbers 1 through 10 down on the left-hand side. And I'm going to go through and see if each one can multiply to give us 24. Let's start with the number 1. Well, the rule is that if it's a whole number, it's divisible by 1. 24 is a whole number, so I know 1 times 24 equals 24. But is 24 divisible by 2? Well, it says that if it's an even number, it's divisible by 2. 24 ends with a 4. I know that 2 times 12 equals 24. In order for 24 to be divisible by 3, we know that the sum of all digits must also be divisible by 3. Well, 2 plus 4 equals 6, and 6 is divisible by 3, so we know 24 is also divisible by 3. 3 times 8 equals 24. Can we multiply 4 by anything to get to 24? Yes. 4 times 6 equals 24. What about 5? Well, it says the last digit must be 0, 5. The last digit is a 4 here, so it must not be divisible by 5. I'll go ahead and cross that one out. The next one we need to try is 6. But wait, we already know that 6 is a factor on this side. Once we start repeating ourselves, that means we're done looking for factors and we can stop. I'll cross out the rest to show that I'm done looking. Now let's go through and circle all the factors to see how many we found. If there were any repeats in here, we'd only have to circle that number once. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24 are all factors of the number 24. Let's make a factor rainbow to show all these factors in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. What makes this a factor rainbow? Well, we're going to connect all the factor partners together with a long arch above each of these numbers, and it kind of looks like a rainbow. Let me show you. 1 and 24 were partners, so we'll connect 1 and 24. 2 and 12 are partners, so let's connect those ones next. 3 and 8 are partners, and 4 and 6 are partners. Look, we made a factor rainbow. Now let's find all the factors for the number 16. Write the numbers 1 through 10 down the left-hand side. 16 is a whole number, so I know 1 will work. It's an even number because it ends with a 6, so 2 will work also. When you add up the digits 1 and 6, it equals 7, so 3 will not work. But I know I can multiply 4 times 4 to get 16. Looks like I repeated myself, 4 and 4. That means I'm done looking. I'll circle my factors one time. 1, 2, 4. Oh, I already have a 4. 8, 6. Next, I list them in order. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Connect the partners using rainbows. 1 times 6 equals 16. 2 times 8 equals 16. Because we multiply 4 by itself to get 16, that means it's a square number, so we draw a square around it. Factor rainbow! So what's a GCF? GCF stands for greatest common factor. It's just the biggest factor both numbers have the same. If we look at both of our factor rainbows, we notice that the biggest number they have in common is 8. The GCF equals 8 in this example. Finding GCF will be important when we learn how to simplify fractions later on in the year. In this lesson, you learned how to find all the factors of a number by creating a factor rainbow. Woo!